Welcome to Creative World. In this video, we will solve Chapter 2 Learning Assessment E2.9. While solving this problem, we will be using Kirchoff's voltage law. This law states that sum of supplied and dropped voltage across circuit elements in a closed loop is always equal to 0. According to this law, a cumulative supply and drop voltage in a closed loop circuit is always 0. Basic equation for the Kirchoff's voltage law is summation of all supply voltage minus summation of all drop voltage in a closed loop will be equal to 0. Now move towards the problem. Learning assessment E2.9. Calculate voltage VBD in given below figure. This is the circuit diagram of given problem and we have to calculate voltage VBD across these 2 points. The representation VBD shows that voltage difference across these 2 points B and D, and B will be on higher potential than D. So B will be positive and D will be negative. If we observe in this circuit, the only information that is given related to all elements is in the form of voltage. No other parameter related to these elements is given. So we can implement Kirchoff's voltage law to solve this problem because Kirchoff's voltage law is purely based on voltage. Before we calculate the value of VBD, we should have the value of voltage across all elements in this circuit, while the voltage of this resistor 1 and voltage of this dependent source are not given. First we will calculate voltage across all elements in this circuit and then we can calculate voltage across these 2 points. We will use Kirchoff's voltage law to calculate unknown voltage across these elements. Before we use Kirchoff's law, first we have to specify the direction of current in this network. This is totally dependent upon your own choice. Either it could be clockwise or counterclockwise. In our case, we have taken the direction of current in counterclockwise. By using Kirchoff's voltage law basic equation, we will calculate the value of VR1. If we succeed to calculate the value of VR1, the voltage of this dependent source is 10 times VR1. So these voltage can also be calculated after finding the value of VR1. Start from this voltage source and enter the value of voltages into the equation of KVL. Current is entering from positive terminal, so the voltage of this voltage source will be taken with plus sign, plus 12. Moving to the next, this current is entering from negative terminal of this dependent voltage source, so the voltage of this dependent source will be taken with minus sign, minus 10 VR1. Move to the next, current is entering from negative terminal, so this 1 volt will be taken with minus sign, minus 1 volt. And the last one is voltage VR1 will be taken with minus sign because current is entering from negative terminal. So this is the equation retrieved from this circuit. In this equation, only one variable exists, that is VR1. We can calculate the value of VR1 by separating variable from constants. These two variables minus 10 VR1 and minus VR1 is placed on the other hand side of equal and they became positive. 10 VR1 plus VR1 will become 11 VR1 and 12 minus 1 will become 11. Now divide on both sides with 11 to calculate the value of VR1, that is 1 volt. At this stage we have calculated the value of VR1, so we can easily calculate the value of this dependent voltage source. Value of voltage for this dependent source will be 10 times VR1, that will become 10 volt because VR1 is 1 volt, and voltage across this R1 will be 1 volt. Now we have the voltage across all the elements in the circuit, so we can easily calculate the value of VBD. For the calculation of VBD, I am choosing this left circuit. Later on, I will also find the value of VBD from this right circuit. and you will see in both cases the result will be same. So first selecting the left circuit to calculate voltage VBD. In this circuit the direction of current will remain counterclockwise and we will start from this 1 volt element. Place the all voltage values into the KVL equation. Current is entering from negative terminal of this resistive element, so the voltage of this resistive element will be taken with minus sign, minus 1 volt, and this current is entering from positive terminal of this voltage source, so 12 volt will be taken with positive sign. And at the last this current is entering from negative terminal of this VBD that is required to calculate, so this VBD will be taken with minus sign. So we have made the KVL equation for this circuit. Now we can easily find the value of VBD because this equation includes only one variable, that is VBD. And by placing this VBD on the other hand side of equal and subtracting 1 from 12, we can calculate the value of VBD, that is 11 volt. Now I will calculate VBD from right half circuit. In this scenario, the current direction is taken counterclockwise and we will start from VBD. The current is entering from positive terminal, so VBD will be taken with positive sign. This current is entering from negative terminal of this dependent voltage source, so 10 volt will be taken with minus sign. And again this current is entering from negative terminal of this resistor R2, so 1 volt will be taken with minus sign. So this is the final KVL equation for this circuit. We can add these together, minus 1 and minus 10 will be minus 11, and place this minus 11 on the other hand side of equal to calculate the value of VBD, that will become 11 volts. So if you observe in both cases the value of VBD is same, 11 volts. So it is totally your own choice, either you choose left half circuit or right half circuit. And the direction of current is also your own choice, either you can choose clockwise or counterclockwise. In both cases the results will be same. So this was learning assessment E2.9. Thank you. See you again in next video.